There is a decisive moment in the infinite way journey when the heart recognizes a truth that quietly but permanently alters the course of spiritual living. It is the moment when one sees that truth is not personal. Until this realization dawns, much of spiritual practice is unconsciously centered around me. My problem, my healing, my progress, my demonstration. Even when God is acknowledged, there remains a subtle belief that truth must somehow serve the personal self. Joel Goldsmith taught that this belief, however sincere, is the final barrier to spiritual freedom. Truth is never personal. The moment truth becomes personal, it ceases to be truth. This chapter invites us beyond the personal sense of life into the realm of impersonal truth, where healing occurs not because we are helped, but because false belief dissolves in the presence of reality. Section 1. What is impersonal truth? Impersonal truth is not cold, distant, or indifferent. It is infinite love without attachment. Goldsmith used the term impersonal to describe truth that does not belong to, respond to, or operate on behalf of a separate self. God does not know you as a person. God knows only His own being. This statement often shocks new students. It seems to contradict the idea of a personal, caring God. But Goldsmith was not denying divine love. He was purifying it. Personal love is selective. Impersonal love is universal. Personal truth takes sides. Impersonal truth simply is. Healing begins when we stop asking truth to help us and instead allow ourselves to yield to what is. Section 2. The personal sense as the root of discord. The infinite way does not locate the cause of disease, lack, or conflict in matter, circumstances, or other people. It locates the cause in the belief in a personal self separate from God. All discord is rooted in the belief of a selfhood apart from God. The personal sense says, I am sick, I am afraid, I am lacking, I have been wronged. These statements feel true, but they are based on a false premise, that there exists an I apart from divine being. Impersonal truth does not deny experience. It denies false identity. Section 3. Why personal healing efforts fail. Many students sincerely apply spiritual principles and yet experience frustration. Goldsmith explained why, as long as you are trying to heal a person, you are working an illusion. Personal healing efforts assume: 1. There is a sick person. 2. There is a condition to be changed. 3. There is a practitioner doing something. Impersonal truth dissolves all three assumptions. Healing in the infinite way occurs when the belief in a separate person fades. The condition is recognized as appearance. The practitioner becomes a witness, not a doer. Section 4. The role of the practitioner, standing in impersonal awareness. Goldsmith redefined the role of the spiritual practitioner entirely. The practitioner does not heal. Truth reveals itself, and the illusion disappears. To practice the infinite way is not to direct thought, visualize outcomes, or affirm perfection. It is to abide in impersonal awareness. This awareness rests in the knowing: God is the only life, God is the only consciousness. God is the only power. When this is realized, there is no one left to be healed, and yet healing occurs. Section 5. Jesus and impersonal healing. Goldsmith often pointed to Jesus as the supreme example of impersonal truth in action. Jesus did not heal people. He bore witness to reality. I can of mine own self do nothing. John 5:30, frequently cited by Joel S. Goldsmith. Goldsmith explains, Jesus healed because he did not see a sick man. He saw the Christ. This is impersonal seeing, not blindness to suffering, but vision beyond appearance. Section 6. The emotional resistance to impersonality. One of the reasons this principle is difficult is emotional resistance. The personal sense feels threatened by impersonality. It asks, will God still care about me? Will I be lost? Will love disappear? Goldsmith addressed this fear tenderly. You are not losing yourself. You are losing a false sense of yourself. Impersonality does not erase love. It universalizes it. Section 7. Practicing impersonality in daily life. Impersonal living begins in small moments. Refusing to take offense. Letting go of self-justification. Releasing the need to be right. Goldsmith advised, whenever you feel personal reaction, step back and let impersonality take over. Gradually, life becomes lighter. Problems no longer cling. Section 8. Impersonality and forgiveness. Forgiveness in the infinite way is not a moral act. It is a recognition of unreality. There is nothing to forgive when there is no personal self to be wronged. This does not excuse harmful behavior. It frees consciousness from bondage to appearance. Section 9. Activation practice. Releasing the personal claim. When faced with any difficulty, gently turn inward and acknowledge, this is not my problem. Truth is not personal. God alone is. Then stop. Do not replace the problem with a solution. Let awareness rest in what is eternally true. Section 10. Guided meditation. Abiding in impersonal presence. Sit quietly, let the breath settle. Now notice any sense of me. Concern, desire, fear, do not resist it. Gently let it go. Rest in awareness without name, without role, without history. There is only presence. Stay here. Section 11. The freedom impersonality brings. When truth is impersonal, healing is effortless, supply flows naturally, relationships soften. Goldsmith writes, when the personal sense disappears, harmony appears. This is not withdrawal from life. It is life lived from its true center. Closing benediction. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Philippians 2:5. Beloved, impersonal truth is not something you practice once. It is something you return to again and again, until it becomes your natural state. In the next chapter, we will explore grace, how divine action unfolds when the personal sense has been relinquished. Rest now in the freedom of not being personal. If this message resonates, take a gentle breath and silently affirm, I am awakening to the infinite within. Subscribe to join weekly meditations inspired by the infinite way and let this truth unfold deeper each week.